Hello, cosmic earth journey people that you're here to embody these energies. So, this is Kimberly Crow with Celestial Juju, and this is part two of the autumn equinox energy. So, in this video, I will go through how to utilize this energy, how to utilize the energy of the fall equinox. And we'll drop into some crystal grids and some journaling prompts and whatever else that fall brings to me. It's probably one of my favorite ones, and it's probably because my birthday is October the 7th. So it's like I was preparing to come in. I was in that time period that I was creating my soul design in the days before I embodied. So I don't know. Tell me, the rest of you, which of the seasons is your favorite and the changing of the seasons? So autumn, when we're in these days, these last days of summer and into the days of autumn, we're actually in earth meridian. So because each meridian has its own season, earth is the fifth season. So it's the season between the seasons. So we're in these 10 days of being in earth, earth meridian in your body. So align to your earth meridian. And I'm going to drop us into that. I'm going to do a meditation. I don't know if you call it meditation, a journey process on connecting to earth, because this is the energy that you're in. So with that and feeding your body the things that you may be drawn to during this time, the color is yellow that enhances it, it amplifies it. And the foods, you may be drawn to sweet foods, but it's sweet foods like you want to do root vegetable during this season, like sweet potatoes, carrots, that kind of sweetness. The what comes to be in harvest at this time period. So that's what your body, if you're in alignment with it, then that's what your body wants to align to. So, that's just how you can feed this. And when you feed your meridians, you feed your body, you feed your brain. And when you feed your brain, you're feeding your soul, because then you kind of connect to the truth of who you are and that soul light that you come in to carry, the truth of your design, what your soul design is, and what your personality design is, and what you're here to do during this time period. So this energy is the balance. It's the balance day between the dark and the light. That's one of the distinctive features of this. It brings in the balance of the day and the night, whichever hemisphere you're in. It's like we're all standing in a 0 point today, whether you're in the north or you're in the southern hemisphere. The southern hemisphere is going into spring and the northern hemisphere is going into autumn, but we're all in that equal time today. Okay, everybody is in that, the whole globe and all of the divide, we're all in equal time. So you can, whether, if you're in down under or in the other hemisphere, you can still use these processes to connect to earth. Okay, because that's what it's about. It's about connecting to earth, to Gaia herself, and what it was that you came here to be that lot of when she called out. What was the dark that you came to bring light to. So it's a time for you to connect to that point, and recommit to you, to yourself, and what that is that you came to transmit. Why that you're here during this time period. So it can symbolically point to the equilibrium of our lives, and for the collective, it could be a period of interperspective for you. You are part of the collective, whether you want to be or not. I know I have a hard time with believing that I'm actually a human. That's one of my hardest things to accept, being here. I can remember as a 3-year-old going, "Oh, they're so human." Okay. So it's weighing your actions and your reactions. It's that type of energy, and striving for harmony in the external world. and to be the first of seeking this within. And so, if you're watching all this chaos of the minions spinning out in the external, because they're not connected to their inner self and they're still trying to control the rest of the collective with their own cockamamie ideas that they don't even know where any of that shit came from. Get on my soapbox with this. So it's a time to release that. It's a time to release that energy and letting go. So I'm going to take you all through a process to release the mind matrix today. Okay. So autumn is a season of shedding, just like the trees when they shed their leaves. It's the time to do that. It's the time of the shedding. It's the time to find the balance. The equinox could foster the collective drive to let go of what no longer serves. And it's time for decluttering both the material and emotionally, and to be in preparation for the interperspective. As we move from the extroverted energy of summer and into the introverted energy of winter, the fall equinox signals a shift toward inner reflection. It's a time for your inner reflection. The collective might feel the pull and engage in more it would help the collective if it would engage in more to go within and to be in that practice and the meditation instead of trying to control everything outside of itself. Okay, planning for the future. It's time to go in to plan those, take those seeds from what you've harvested to plan for the future. It's harvest, it's gratitude. Gratitude journal would be a great time to do during the season. This season lasts 12 weeks, you all. Okay. All the seasons last 12 weeks. So this is an overlay of the energy that you have for the next 12 weeks until we go into the winter solstice. So it's not just this day. And it's like, a moment in the day. It's a 12-week process that you are going through, whether you're doing it consciously or unconsciously. You ain't got no choice in that, because when your free will chose to come here and to be in these cycles and in this season, you said yes to this. You might not remember you said yes to it. So you're going to process this, whether you do it consciously or unconsciously. Okay, that's just the name of the game that we're in. So be in gratitude. This historically, the fall equinox is associated with a harvest time. So symbolically, it prompts the collective to take stock in what they cultivated throughout the year. And it's a period to express gratitude for achievements and lessons alike. What were those challenges that you have? You are the one that brought those challenges to you during the time period. It was like it's like, yeah, so that your soul could grow. That's what the whole game is about. So as the sun is entering Libra, which is an air sign associated with balance, relationships combined with grounded energy of earth during the fall. It can guide the collective, the part of you that's part of that, towards seeking stability, especially in relationships and partnerships. So it's a great time to do shadow work, to go into that, because as the night grows longer, it can also be a time for the collective to confront its shadows. So you can see this happening out in the world, that people's shadows are being confronted either subconsciously or consciously. They're confronting other people's shadows, and that's their own shadow that's coming up with them. So it's the unconscious aspects of self. So when you go in it to be partners with that, it's not such a rough ride. I promise you all, it's a whole different light. So the balance of the light and dark during the equinox can help in a knowledge both the positive and negative aspects, leading to holistic growth. It's a time of reevaluation of values tied to the idea of harvest. And there's a collective push to evaluate what truly matters, such as crops, were they worth the effort? Was your crop worth the effort? My cantaloupes and my watermelon was definitely worth the effort, and I'm harvesting those now, and I am in such gratitude, and I'm recalibrating of what I'm going to plant next year. So, was it worth the effort? Which ones were and which ones weren't? Which wasn't worth the effort? Which was like, okay, I'm going to rotate that, and I'm not going to do that one. I'm not going to put the effort into that next year. So all of your life is reviewing this. If you're not out there planting seeds like me, you're still in a review of the seeds that you're planting in your world. So it can be a time to recalibrate your goals and your intentions based on what you've learned so far. For culture and collective celebrations, there's many cultures that recognize the fall equinox in the festivals of the rituals. No matter what hemisphere you're in, you do it at your time of year that you do it. So these are shared experiences within the collective. They can help strengthen community bonds in celebrating shared achievements and planning for the collective future. So, in essence, the fall equinox provides a transitional portal for the collective and is a period of balance and reflection and gratitude and preparation. So, by tapping into these energies, you can find harmony, clarity, and purpose as we navigate through the challenges, the blessings, and the seasons ahead. Okay, so I am going to do a little how to disconnect from the mind matrix. I've got this on my channel in a couple different places. So we're going to do that real fast. And then I'm going to give you all the journaling prompts. Okay. So this is how I can disconnect from the collective mind so I can be back into my soul crystal and remember the truth of what I came here for, that box of magic that I have that I brought in and that it's here, and that when I get all caught up in the rest of the stuff, sometimes I don't it's harder because then you're like in the maze and it's all entangled and you don't remember where your box is. So this will help with that to bring clarity. So this is what we're going to do. You're going to breathe. You're going to use your breath. So, in your breath, use your breath. So, we're going to breathe. We're going to breathe out whatever it is that you're ready to let go of. And we're going to breathe in the gratitude. And so, we're going to breathe out. I'm hearing to breathe out clarity to the collective. And then we're going to bring that clarity back into us. Okay. So, this is just priming us and getting us ready to be in this energy of this. So as you disconnect and you come into your own center, this is the process. So you're going to ask or say or demand or however it is commanded that you disconnect from the collective mind. There's a whole bandwidth of collective mind out there, the collective consciousness. And so what happens is we take our own third eye energy, a cord from our third eye, and we take it out and we plug it into all that bandwidth of batshit crazy stuff because we think that we'll know how to survive if we can stay connected to the collective mind. The truth is, if you disconnect from the collective mind, then you will be in that place of harmony, grace, and you won't have to play the game to know what the next move is to outmove the collective, okay? And the energies that are out there. So that's the purpose of doing that part. Okay, so we're going to breathe in and we're just going to ask to disconnect from the collective mind. And so when you do that, that cord that you yourself sent out to plug into that, you're just going to unplug it. So you unplug it and you bring that energy back to you, to your own third eye, to your own consciousness, to the place that knows all of survival and the next step. So feel that energy. So just disconnect from that mind, the matrix. You're disconnecting from the matrix. You're unplugging from the mind matrix. So just feel that. Feel what that feels like in your body as you disconnect from that. Notice if you feel more centered. So disconnect And then just drop your awareness that you sent out to that, all that energy that you have plugged into that. You bring that back into your own body, into your own awareness. Whew. So breathe that in. Feel what that feels like. You may notice that you actually come more down into your body. I did, and I do this all the time. And I felt myself anchor into like my sit bones, into my hips. Okay. So now we're just going to ask to disconnect from the family mind. And this is all the programming and conditioning that you had to keep up with in order to be a part of your clan. So we're just going to disconnect from that for right now so that you can be in your own awareness to your own earth purpose. So we're just going to ask to disconnect from that. And you may feel that in a different energy center of your own body. Sometimes it's just in the field around you. So just ask to unplug from that, to unplug from the family mind of okay. Yeah. So there's several of these to go through, and I'm just doing these main ones today with you all. So now we're going to ask to disconnect, command it, whatever it is. I use the word ask. We're not asking permission from anybody. It's you yourself that's doing this. Your own mind matrix, the mind that you created through all of your traumas, dramas, and even the ones that you brought in from other time periods before you came here. We're going to ask to disconnect from our own mind that we created. Okay. It's like our own mind is no mind of ours. And so we're going to ask to disconnect from that. All those woulda, coulda, shouldas that we created that are out there that still, interfere with the truth of our essence that we get entangled in. Okay. So just ask to disconnect from your own mind matrix that you created. Just to unplug from that. You can put it up on a shelf. You can take all those files and shelf it for right now. They're all right there for you. You can go back, dig through it, dig through the dust anytime you want to, plug back into it. For right now, we're going to disconnect from that energy on the conscious and subconscious level and feel what that feels like to be in your own center. This is like getting you closer to no mind. Okay, so breathe that in. So that's three of the main ones that you can do for yourself. So after you do this several times, like now I just ask to disconnect from the mind matrices. And when I do, they all happen. So there's actually like one to your soul, to your DNA. There's like several levels of this. I'll put a thing down here where uh, actually I may have it on this. I'll see if I have it on the playlist and then drop that in. And I know I have that in my library, in my membership library. Anyway, I'm just thinking how you all can get to the rest of that. Okay. So now we've done that. So now you're going to drop your awareness through your central column all the way down past your feet into the heart of Gaia herself. This is where your earth crystal is. It's where you connected to earth when Gaia herself called out to the light and said, "Hey, I need this vibration here on earth. We need this for humanity's collective consciousness so they can move through this next thing." And you went, "Oh, I'll be the light. I will be the one that embodies that. And I'll take a DNA skin suit and come in." And then you go to the library and you pick out your soul, your family, all of those things. Okay. So you stored your crystal. She's holding it for you, your earth records of what your whole journey is. Every bit of it, all of your multiple choices and stuff, all that is stored in that earth crystal. So feel that energy of that and connect to drop your cord down, your keyhole to your earth journey, to what that was that you said you would come here to do. The experience that you chose to come in to have, to feel that energy of that and the truth of what that is and how much earth herself celebrates you, how much joy she was in the day that you came, the day that you arrived here, and feel what that feels like to truly be accepted for who you are. Earth loves you. She loves you so much. So feel that love and the gratitude that Earth herself has for you as you align through your Earth meridian into the heart of Gaia herself to your Earth crystal. This is your anchor. And anytime the world gets a little batshit crazy, all you got to do is drop down into that crystal and be in the core of your own light. So breathe that in and what that's like to be there. Okay? So you can come back to this and do it as many times as you want to. You can do this all year long. I do it all the time. I do it before I go to bed. I do it when I get up of the morning. If I remember, I just ask to disconnect from all of it so that because during your dream time, you're going to be processing your subconscious. So do you want to process all that shit that you're plugged into? Or would you like to just go and sit in your own crystals and remember the truth of who you are and not be letting all of the rest of stuff run through you? So that's one of the ways that it helps you. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you all about crystal grids. Oh, there's Venus. Venus is here to be with us. She's going to bring in this energy. Okay, let's do journaling prompts. So when you're working with the energy and you're doing your own inner reflection and your own work with this, you can use this powerful time of this equinox to journal and set your intentions. So your journaling can be deeply transformative, and that's one of the ways to tap into the energy to bring in this balance. So I'm gonna just give you all one out of each one of these categories because I've got a lot here. Okay, so this is for reflection and balance. What areas of my life feel balanced right now? So you can write that down and then and connect to your earth crystal and then let those answers come to you. Not from everybody else's mind, but from your own light. So what areas of your life feel out of sync? Okay? New beginnings and intentions. This is the category of this. What new seeds of intention do I want to plant for the upcoming season? So let your crystal speak to you and guide you with that energy. Okay? Gratitude and celebration category. What accomplishments, no matter how big or small, can I celebrate from the past season? Lessons and growth. What challenges have I faced since the last equinox and what have they taught me? What have they taught me? Nature and connection. How do I feel connected to the cycles of nature? And how can I strengthen this bond? Dreams and desires. If there are no limitations, what would I love to manifest by the next equinox? Ooh, that's a good one. I have to say so myself. That's my accomplishments. Okay. Self-care and nourishment. How can I nurture and nourish my mind, body, and spirit in this upcoming season? Personal power. What areas of my life do I feel the most empowered? Relationships and connections. How can I improve the balance and harmony in my relationships? So, your closing reflections as the days and nights balance during this equinox, how can I incorporate more balance into my life? So you can use these prompts as a starting point and allow yourself to dive deep into this interperspective reflection. And the equinox is the guide to remind you of the ever changing nature of life and urging you to balance the cycles and grow with them and find balance in all things. As the world tilts on its axis, bringing forth this equinox as we're preparing for the upcoming eclipses. So there's going to be healing and balance, and that's what we're getting ready for. This equinox, I think that's why it's so powerful, is because we've got these two eclipses that are coming up and where we're going with that. So it's nudging us to grow towards harmony. Okay. So now, okay, I also have affirmations for each sign. Each sign, I have an affirmation for you during this. So we're going to start out. I want to do this way. Yeah, why not? Okay. Now we're going to move on to using crystals. The parts of that's part of Earth, and it's the energy that's here. I have I have all kinds of little certificates in crystal energy. I used to teach it. I kind of had my own little school going there for a while, teaching different classes, traveling all over this earth, teaching crystal things. So that's my background in that. Not that it really matters because you just connect into this and feel what it feels like to you. So when you're setting up, when you're using a crystal, um, the crystals amplify the energy and it connects us to earth. So during this time period, it would be a really good time to connect to that energy of that. So there's all kinds of different ways that you can set up your crystal grids and how you do that. You can do it on earth. You can make little things, little things. I don't have any of mine handy. I have all kinds of little grids that I use. Oh, here's one. Like I have things like this that are shaped in different stuff. If you all can see that, sometimes I use different sparkly things to do that, but you can set that up. You can make your whole environment a crystal grid and anchor that in. So with this energy of this, anchoring this in the codes that you want to bring in and the affirmations, you can use the affirmations and anchor that in with your crystal grid. Okay. So, as I said, this equinox symbolizes the time of balance of day and night, and indicating the transition between the seasons. So, always. Okay. Preparing for your grid. You want to clear your space, your thoughts, your mind. Use that clearing from the mind matrix and drop into your energy. You might want to use some sage to clean the area. Sage and crystals love each other. Feathers, feathers. If you're a feather person, if you use feathers, I've got an eagle feather here that a Lakota shaman gave me that I use. That type of energy, anything to clear stuff away. Okay, so that's the first process of it. Set your area, decide where it's going to be, get grounded, anchor in, and then set your intentions with the grid. So quartz crystal is the master healer and it's going to amplify everything. So this energy can be placed in the center of the grid to magnify the energies of the surrounding crystals. So quartz crystal is the master healer and it's going to amplify everything. So this energy can be placed in the center of the grid to magnify the energies of the surrounding crystals. So you breathe that in, you connect to it as you set the intention and place the quartz crystal in. Amethyst. Amethyst is a crystal of spiritual growth, it's protection, it can help the transitioning between the seasons and cultivating a deeper connection with the universe. That helps that third eye stay clear and to be connected and disconnect from that mind matrix that's out there. You can use it on yourself to do that with it. Okay. Citrine. That's a natural citrine in that one. Sometimes when they're really, really yellow, they've been heat treated. They still carry the energies, but just know that. Let's see if I have another picture of citrine. Citrine is known as the stone of abundance. It's a stone that never has to be cleansed, and it promotes prosperity in all things. It's a positive energy, and it's especially useful for setting up intentions of the upcoming season. Moons, no, that's not moon. I am going to do moonstone. That is sunstone. It embodies the sun's energy, bringing warmth, strength, and vitality. And it's perfect for embracing the equinox and the balance of the energy. Moonstone, it's the stone of intuition. It's new beginnings. It connects with the moon's energy and it helps in the balancing of the emotions. And so it's really good to start anchoring that in with these eclipses that are coming up. Green aventurine. It's a stone of growth, confidence. It can aid in embracing change and welcoming in the new. Black tourmaline is essential for grounding. It promotes protection and dispels negativity energy. Black tourmaline is essential for grounding. It promotes protection and dispels negativity energy. Here's my big one. I have several of those. I used to set up at shows and stuff. Well, actually, my partner was a lapidary artist, and he was a miner, and he dug stuff, and he no longer is embodied. And so we used to go to a lot of stuff. We did a lot of shows, and then we also went and dug the stuff ourselves. So I have a lot of that. So selenite. Selenite is a high vibration stone and it can cleanse the other crystals. It and citrine are really good for that in the environment, bringing clarity and spiritual insight. And so, with that, talking about cleansing, you'll read all kinds of things about how to cleanse your crystals. And sometimes people tell you to put them in salt water. You do not want to put your moonstone or your selenite in salt water. It can be abrasive to it and it can melt your cellulite. You do not, unless you're wanting to make an elixir out of it, do not put your cellulite in water. Okay, so there's some things like that to know about it. So those are the main ones that you can use during this. So what you want to do in setting up your grid is to choose a sacred space where you feel the most relaxed. Start by cleaning your space with the sage or Palo Santano. Make sure it's been collected correctly. It's like, I don't know, if you have to go buy your stuff at Whole Foods because you have no other place to get it, then maybe that's okay. So just really blessed and being gratitude of it. Okay, so you want to clear your space. And then you're going to place your clear quartz in the center and arrange the other crystals symmetrically if you choose, or you could do all kinds of things, whatever it is that you're guided to do with them yourself, around the clear quartz in a circle or geometric pattern. And as you place each stone, you set your intentions for balance, for growth, and new beginnings. Okay, so the ritual with that is cleanse your space, cleanse your mind, cleanse your space, smudge, ground, sit comfortably, close your eyes, visualize the roots extending down from your body into the earth, grounding you. So you hold that quartz crystal and you activate it. This is where you connect to the energy and you stand in the middle of your grid and you point the quartz crystal down towards the rest of like a wand, towards the rest of this, and you circle you probably want to circle clockwise to open it, but if you're guided to go counterclockwise, then go whatever it is that your energy is connecting to. So you're going to do that. You're going to open up the portal, is what you're doing when you do that. So as you do this, you're going to visualize a growing light spreading from the center and expanding outward. So you're going to set your intention, and you can stand in the middle of the grid if you want to, or sit near it. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, you set your intentions of the coming season. So you're going to spend a few moments to be in that energy and see if the crystals have something that they want to download to you. So allow this energy to balance and and connect to Earth herself. I would connect to Earth, to Venus, and to bring this energy in and to infuse your body, your mind, your spirit. Ask the Equinox point, Earth herself, to infuse your body. And so then you're going to close it. So you're going to close that grid, whichever way you started. So if you go counterclockwise now, and you're going to thank the crystals for their energy, and that you can, and so then you can choose to either leave it activated and open. Sometimes I pass by, I change a crystal when I've got one set up for a long period like this. If I'm doing if I'm doing my transformation grids with groups, and then every day we connect into this, and then I give messages to that. So I'll set them up for a while during that time period. Okay, so you'll continue to receive the energy to this. So the key to enter any ritual or grid is to set your intention, to focus on what it is that you wish to achieve, and to let any crystals just simply support your journey. And while you're setting it up, if that other stuff starts to come in that's not yours, that your mind is being pulled to, disconnect to it. You know how to do it now. You just ask to disconnect. And when you do, you pull your own cords back. Nobody can cord you unless you allow it to happen. Okay. So just know that right out front. So if you're corded by that energy, then send it back, because there's something within you that you traded marbles with that energy, that's how it can cord you. So disconnect, send the cords back, send the cords back. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to do affirmations. We're going to do affirmations for each sign. So let me go back up here to this affirmation for you. And I channeled these affirmations with the houses. So you can go back and watch my YouTube that I did on the Equinox and what house this is for you. So this is channeled in accordance to that house and what the energies are for you. Okay. For you. And I channeled these affirmations with the houses. So you can go back and watch my YouTube that I did on the Equinox and what house this is for you. So this is channeled in accordance to that house and what the energies are for you. Okay. For you. And I channeled these affirmations with the houses. So you can go back and watch my YouTube that I did on the Equinox and what Aries, with the balanced energy of the equinox, I embrace the challenges and harmonize my relationships, seeking understanding and compromise in all my partnerships. So it is. Taurus, I'll harness the equinox's equilibrium to reevaluate my routines, ensuring my actions are in alignment with my highest well being, and grounding myself in gratitude for the present. So it is. Gemini, drawing upon the reflection of the essence of the fall, I allow myself to experience joy and creativity, balancing work and pleasure, and deepening my connections with sincerity. So be that. Cancer, in the embrace of the season, I find solace in my home, my family, and honoring my need for retreat and rejuvenation, trusting the universe's rhythm. So it is. Leo, with the equinox light illuminating my path, I communicate with clarity through my authentic self, ready to shed old habits and shine even brighter. So it is. Virgo, I take the balanced energy of the equinox to focus on my finances and my personal well being, ensuring every decision and action supports my holistic growth. So it is. Libra, happy birthday, Libra. As the equinox heralds my season, I prioritize balance in all facets of my life, advocating for myself and cherishing both solitude and social connection. So it is. Be that, Libra. Scorpio, guided by the interperspective energy of the equinox, I dive deep within my subconscious, embracing my transformative power and healing from within. So it is. So be it. Sagittarius, harnessing the equinox, its expansive energy, I embark on a new adventure with an open heart, trusting that the universe guides my journey towards enlightenment. So be that. Capricorn, grounding in the stability of the equinox, I strengthen my foundations, focusing on my career and long term goals. Confident in my path and legacy that I build. So it is, Capricorn. Aquarius, with the equilibrium of the equinox, I open my mind to innovation and collaboration, balancing my individuality with the collective's needs and dreams. So be that. Pisces, tuned into the mystical essence of the equinox, I allow my intuition to guide me, flowing with life's currents and anchoring my dreams and reality. Use these affirmations, align them with the essence of your sign and the energy of the fall. Call in Earth herself. And you can use these with your grid work. You could write them down and put that on your grid, or write your own affirmation. These are just the energies that I channeled with the signs and the houses and what the energy was. So it gives you, a little bit of something so that you can do this to promote your balance and reflection of your transformation. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to planet Earth. Thank you for being here during this equinox energy to embrace this energy. And may your day, your night, your next 12 weeks be balanced with harmony and clarity. This is Kimberly Crow with Celestial Juju. Like, share, subscribe, do all those things that my numbers will go up, and I'll keep bringing you all stuff. If you want me to keep doing crystals, then just say yes to the crystals and I will do more of that. And I'm going to be changing more things up on here. So I think I'm going to do an offering to go through the whole equinox journey, where you go through the journey, and I can be your guide to help you, to support you during that time period, to bring in the energy. So be blessed. It's Kimberly with Celestial Juju, and may you have peace and harmony in your creations.